No chemicals or preservatives, just 100% honest to goodness hickory smoked meat.
Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Boy, some chicken wings have really hit the spot.
You ain't got no better food, like some chicken wings, some baby back ribs, some fries or something?
It's just two guys talking, am I right? We're just talking.
Hey, howdy, hey. Welcome to another episode of Fat Guys with Smokers. I'm Mike here with John in the pit. In the pit. We're having a lot of fun with these videos, but it's nice to be back in the OG stomping grounds down here.
I know. I was just thinking about that as we started to record. Like, when we do it here, like, it's a self-contained recording. Basically takes zero editing on my part. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking, like, man, this is going to be so nice. I haven't even touched the video from this weekend yet.
Oh, that's going to be a real treat. Tune in next week because we learned a lot.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty cool. We'll talk about that later, I assume. Yeah, hope everybody's St. Patrick's Day went well. The weather in Utah here has not made up its mind whether it's spring or not, which is to be expected for this time of year. And, dude, it's coming on grilling season. I'm excited.
I know. Yeah. Saturday it was snowing while the smoker was running. But
all day.
next week's supposed to be really nice.
Oh, man, I hope so. And then the week after that, it'll probably snow again.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I don't care. I just need it to be nice.
Yeah.
I've already got my time booked at the Fly Fishing Club. I just want to go get a sunburn.
Man. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Right?
Sounds awesome. Well, speaking of the weather getting better, you did a grill cleaning video.
I did do a grill cleaning video. And I'm trying to remember where these have all landed. Because we're releasing videos out of order from when we recorded
We are,
them, which
yeah.
is
We're
really
all over
messing
the
me up.
place.
But yeah, so last week, we were supposed to make our snack sticks. Mm-hmm. And I needed to clean the grill. I was like, you know what? I'm going to record the grill. Had a great experience with Clay explaining to him that there's an exhaust port as well as an intake port on the shop vac.
So freaking funny, man.
Yeah, if you missed that, go watch our the grill cleaning video. Clay, he's 6. Give him a break. He's the cute kid that says, "Don't forget to like and subscribe" at the end of all of our videos. Mm-hmm. Plugged in the hose on the shop vac and handed it to me and said, "Here you go, Dad." And we fired it up, and ash blew everywhere.
And this is fine pellet ash. Like,
Yeah,
it
was...
is, oh my gosh, it's so funny. You handled it like a champ, though.
Yeah.
I would have said some obscenities or something. You're just like, turn it off, Clay. Let's plug it into the other hole.
Yeah. So that was a cool one. And I ended up having a couple of cameras that I actually got some good angles that I think will be helpful for folks as they get into pellet grilling and need to know how to clean it out. But it was good that I recorded that because we were going to make snack sticks and we couldn't find any fat.
Listen, I did some legwork beforehand, and I went to a certain establishment, which shall remain nameless, and they were like, you don't have to call us. We always have it in the freezer. Just come get it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I did absolutely no checking up on this. Went to get it the day we were to record, and they were like, yeah, we don't have any. I was like, son of a... I was
Mike
a
was
little
not
upset.
happy.
I did eat my sorrows away at Panda Express, though, so I felt okay about it.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well, I was ashamed I didn't bring you any, so...
Yeah,
you know.
should be.
So if you need fat, I learned some things. Smith's Marketplace doesn't do their own butchering. Or Smith's. I don't think I called Smith's Marketplace.
Smith's Marketplace, I think, does their own butchering.
I think you're right. I should have called them, but I called Smith's on 4th. And they said, yeah, we just get it packaged. We don't have any fat. And I was like, oh, man. So I called Ridley's out in Hiram, which is where I was originally going to go because I drive past it every day on my way to work. And their butchers had gone home, so they didn't have anything. and Macy's didn't have anything, so the video was delayed.
Yeah.
So we got John's grill cleaning video, which was very fortuitous.
Yep. And then I drove all over Timbuktu, which happened to take me past Thowers Meats in Lewiston, which literally is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Do you know it's past the middle of nowhere? Clarkston.
Yes. That is true. I drive out to Clarkston every day with my kids.
Do you really?
Yeah, we go
How
out.
do you have time to drive out to Clarkston?
Well, listen. We go out all along through Wellsville, Mendon, out to Clarkston. And then, I mean, I have 3 kids. We have to do 3 hours. So I kind of just...
Oh, okay. You've got 3 hours driving.
Yeah. So...
That is a long drive out there, man.
It is.
I had never been out there.
Yeah, I love it. It's a beautiful place. But
It is.
I've never been out
Like,
there until my first
I didn't realize
time.
we had a west bench in the valley.
Yeah, dude.
Like, there was so much snow out there when I got out there. I was like, where am I? Did I go through the narrow divide?
I was just out there today, actually. It was like, good heavens, this is a beautiful place. But, like, a crazy... Like, you just don't think about it. Because it's Logan, Hiram, Smithfield for me. And there's a whole group of people out west. So, anyway.
So, anyways, I went out there. We got the beef fat. And on Saturday... we made beef sticks.
Beef sticks!
I was using these as drumsticks and might have broke mine.
Well, you know what that means. You better eat it. These turned out great.
They're delicious.
So good. They're part of my elk. I ground up a lot of elk, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I figured out what to do with it, because pretty happy with the way they turned out.
Yeah. Not
And-
happy with the process.
Oh my gosh. We learned. Seriously, I was just telling Whitney the other day, if I did this again, or if we did this again, heck, it would only take one of us because we learned so much. We'd know exactly what to do, but it was a kind of a rough learning curve that we decided to put on camera for our millions of viewers
Yeah.
to go along the journey with us.
If there was ever an opportunity to test our authenticity, it was on Saturday. Yeah. Yeah,
You should like dub some of our terrible things with like, I don't know, sounding like we know what we're doing instead of well.
Oh, I'm just going to put it on high speed circus music. Yeah, we did I had a cheap Chinese grinder that goes on the front of my wife's KitchenAid that I've used to grind meat before. This was just a terrible experience.
It was bad from the get-go.
Like it wouldn't grind the fat, and then it wouldn't stuff the sausage. So then we jump over and we're like, oh, great. Let's, we've got this jerky gun, which I had already started a return on.
Oh.
Because I was like, oh, we've got this other thing.
Glad you didn't finish that.
Yeah, I hadn't taken it over to the UPS store. So we're like, we'll use the jerky gun, which worked great, but we wanted to use the casing that we had gotten. Casing didn't fit on the nozzles for that. The nozzle from the other grinder wouldn't fit in. Like, it was just one thing after another.
It was rough. Did you try the one with the casing? Was it any good?
No, I might have forgotten about it.
Oh, really?
Because it wasn't done at the same time these were. And like 4 or 5 hours later, Haley was like, did you know your Traeger is on? And I was like,
So, the world may never know.
yeah.
As crazy as that was, these are pretty good, though.
They're so good.
Hallie's throwing them down.
Yeah, so it's ground elk. We did a 90-10 elk to beef fat.
Mm-hmm. And I've been reading up. Apparently, pork fat is preferable in a snack stick. I think these are fantastic, but
Yeah.
so
And then we've got high temp pepper jack cheese.
which was fantastic as well.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're delicious.
So good.
And so much cheaper than buying beef jerky.
Yes. Jeez. And we made a ton. I mean, we ran out of rack space. Like, it went really well. And we probably made, what did we decide? We made a little over half.
Yeah, a little over 5 pounds. 5
Yeah.
or 6 pounds worth. Mm-hmm.
So if we had another smoker / more rack / hadn't had such a horrible day and weren't just, I believe John's words were, I'm over it, dude. It had been a lot of unforeseen circumstances.
We anticipated an hour and a half smoking. Mm-hmm. And we were like 20 minutes into it. And it had taken us like an hour longer than I thought it was going to get to that point.
At least, yeah.
That I was like, Mike and I were sitting there going like, well, should we get back together later? Should we just go watch a game? Like, I'm like, dude, like, I just want to throw it away. Like, I'm so done.
It was a lot more work than we thought at first.
And just because we were stupid.
Right. Now, like I said, if we were to do it again, it would be a very smooth process. We learned so much. I mean, it wasn't hard, but we just went about it the wrong way, I feel like.
No. Once again, we went full send. Instead of being intentional in what
with
we
the
were
cameras
doing.
rolling, we just went for it.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Oh well.
But we did make burgers out of some of the leftover meat that we had.
Those burgers were bomb.
They were fantastic.
We were sad, and those burgers brought us joy.
It's true. They brought us so much joy to the point where I may have gone to dinner somewhere the next day and we had burgers. And all I could think was, our burgers are better.
Dude, those burgers were bomb. Like, I don't know. I love a burger, but those burgers were next level. Like, these snack sticks, the recipe we had, are you going to put the recipe in the description or whatever of the video? It's just, I mean, it's very spicy. Like, we were throwing stuff in like, ooh, this is going to have a bit of a kick to it. I think it's perfect. I think it really complements it. The cheese kind of tones it down enough that it's really good.
Yeah.
So, eating that on a burger, bomb.
Yeah, a little salty, we decided, but otherwise, and I think the salt is mellowed as they've aged.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So maybe it should have had that salt and then you just let them sit, maybe?
No, I think they're like right about perfect.
We still, I mean, we probably cut that salt in thirds, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Because they wanted so many tablespoons. We did,
Yeah, we
I can't
we
remember,
did
6 and 2 or
2/3 of
something.
it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, stay tuned next week. It is a hot mess of a video, but it'll be fun to watch. It's true, Mike and John. And it even inspired my very thoughtful blog post that I wrote today
Ooh.
about
Excited.
how being authentic has like really impacted my life, and I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had on this podcast. It is a skill I did not have, and by golly, if I can put it on the camera and load it up on YouTube, I can do anything.
Dude, sometimes I watch these videos and I'm just like, I would love to see behind the scenes. Like, what actually is going on right here?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, does Malcolm Reed cut out the part where he's like yelling at his wife because she's not holding the camera right?
yeah. Or like, this is terrible. We're going to have to try this again. And then it cuts to them wearing a different shirt on a different day. Oh, so good. Anyway, it was a good time.
Yeah, we just show it. We may speed it up, but we'll put circus music on it, and yeah. Oh, what do we have coming up, Mike? We were just talking about a couple of things.
We've got a couple things in the works. We
Want to
have.
drop it?
I don't know. Do we dare? Sometimes we get nervous to drop things because
then
we change
don't
our
do
minds
it.
a lot or whatever.
Well, I think the one we were just talking about, we're pretty well committed to.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then we can talk about Heritage Days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do have Heritage Days.
Yeah, I need to follow up with Allie, but
Yeah, we need to figure that out.
I know I filled out the form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got and we did this last year. We did a little pulled pork cook for some boys that my in my brother-in-law's church group. So they're going to come over again, and we've got some ideas that I think will be really fun. I think we're going to try and fabricate on camera.
Redneck grilling at its best.
It's going to be good. So, I mean, when we first started making videos, I was like, dude, I don't know if we're going to have enough ideas, but This is going to be pretty awesome if we don't get kicked off YouTube for the crap that we're trying to do.
I've seen some crap on YouTube.
Yeah,
Man. This isn't going to get us kicked off.
That's true.
It may
I'm just
get us
worried
kicked
we're gonna-
by our wives,
Yeah.
but
And we're going to lose some subscribers. Like, okay,
No.
I can't do this anymore. But
no, it's going to be great. Yeah, so we did this cooking demo, and we showed how to prep pork shoulders, and we had some ready, and we shredded it, and then everyone ate a sandwich, and it was all fun and good. Mm-hmm. We want to get the kids more involved, go hands-on. So we're going to do a cooking demo, but to do that, we need a big freaking grill to do
yeah,
that.
because this is a big group. There were probably 20 kids last year. So,
I just had another thought.
oh, we'll share it while the cameras are rolling.
right?
John. That's how we roll.
The current thinking is I've got an extra 55-gallon drum that will fabricate into a rinky-dink grill.
We'll cut it hot dog style
Hot dog
and
style.
make it really big.
I told Charlie to fold a piece of paper hot dog style, and he looked at me like,
That is
what
a
are you
tragedy.
talking about? I know. Haley works at the school. I should have called Whitney. She works at the school, too.
Yeah, she needs to fix it.
Yeah, I was like, what are you teaching these kids? If they don't know hamburger and hot dog, like,
This is a basic skill.
yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about building that into a grill. But it occurs to me, I basically have a giant pipe that's cut in half on a trailer in my backyard that looks like a choo-choo.
Oh, yeah, the train. Dude, let's bust out the train. Because isn't there... I'm trying to think. I haven't looked through the choo-choo for a while, which it will now forever be called the choo-choo because I love that.
The choo-choo.
The choo-choo. But it has like a large...
The firebox can be turned into a grill. Like it's got the top lifts up and it's got expanded metal. There's expanded metal through the whole thing. We could throw charcoal through the whole thing.
Yeah, let's do that. That would be awesome. And we wouldn't get to fabricate, I guess.
I was gonna say, but I kind of want to make the grill.
Oh, well, let's still make the grill. But that can be a great backup plan and probably what we'll end up doing. But,
Yeah,
okay. I like it.
yeah. As long as the tires don't explode dragging it over to your house, which is a real chance. I was looking at them.
Are they in rough shape?
They are not in great shape. We may have to do this one at my house.
Dude, we need to do a video of the choo-choo. I think you threw something on Instagram, but
Yeah, I threw some pictures. Maybe that's what we'll do next time.
that's
Next time we
a
get
good idea.
weather,
Yeah,
we'll go in the back and
do a little tour. I like that.
yeah. It needs to be burned out anyways. It's got hornets' nests and stuff. So
Okay.
light it up.
I love it. What else were we going to talk about? Heritage Days.
Heritage Days, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's coming up in June. We did this last year, and my boys are convinced that they're going to help and be a part of it this
Dude,
year.
Damon had a blast last year. I think he just
Yeah.
helped get drinks or whatever, but
Yeah.
he loved it. So
Yeah, Clay is like, I'm there. I'm doing this. Charlie, not so much, but Robbie and Clay will be there.
that was fun. If you weren't following us then, we have just kind of a little town celebration, I guess,
Yeah,
Heritage Days.
Yeah, it's the town anniversary.
Yeah, so we all go and there's booths at the park. We were in the parade one year, and that was the worst experience
It
of my
was
entire
so much
life.
fun.
It was so weird.
Dude, I think we should do the parade again one year and just pull the train.
That would actually be pretty sick.
With the...
I feel like a lot of people, we were in the parade, and they're like, where's the food?
Yeah, where are the
Like,
ribs?
what's happening? And it was like, well, you either get the parade or you get a booth. So
Yeah. And when we do a booth, you have to pay us for the food.
Yeah,
so we're a
exactly.
bigger fan of that.
I use that in my math and personal finance class all the time because we talk about businesses and stuff. And yeah, I think we talked about this right after we did it. But we set our prices so that they were family friendly. And I think we pissed off a lot of the big barbecue rigs that
I was
showed
going to
up,
say, there was another big barbecue rig. What did we charge? We charged
$5, right?
I think
for
it was-
pulled pork, $1 for a hot dog.
Yeah, and then $1 for chips and $1 for a drink.
Yeah.
A pulled pork sandwich was $12 at the other truck.
And I guarantee it was not as big. because we were loading that crap
Yeah, these
up.
were big sandwiches, man. And we sold a ton of hot dogs.
We threw them down. We ran out of everything, didn't we? Just about.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we didn't have any meat left over. I think we had a couple of bags of chips.
Yeah,
But
that was awesome.
yeah.
So anyway,
I'm
I
excited.
talk about undercutting them and how I felt a little bad, but also that was our goal wasn't to make a lot of money. It was just to have fun and
Yeah, it was-
feed people.
It was
so.
a give back to the community thing.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah. But we've got that coming up in June. So if you're local, come on up.
yeah,
It'll be fun.
if you're not local, still come.
I was
It's
going
gonna
to
be
say, my buddy
delicious.
that lives in Bountiful drove all the way up
Yeah.
just to come see
We
us.
had a lot of people support us. Like I was impressed with how many people were like, "Hey, we heard about you. We wanted to come." So
Yep.
made me feel good about myself. If we keep throwing these videos out, we might not have anybody. That's like, I can't
That's
be
how you
associated
cooked
with
it?
these guys, man.
No, it was fun. So lots of fun things. Hopefully the weather turns good and we can just go back to cooking all the time.
Yeah. If you have some ideas for videos, hit us up in the comments because we're happy to. I mean, we want to do what the people want.
Yeah.
So let us know if there's something you want us to try. I mean, listen, we're bowed down for anything, whether we're qualified or not.
Trust
we
me,
will
after
throw
you
it
see
down.
next week's video, you will understand. Like full send.
Seriously, we'll just do it and we'll set up a camera. And if nothing else, it's gonna be hilarious. I feel like we just need a blooper reel for the reels this week to kind of.
I was going to say the blooper reel is the video.
It's
this
true.
week,
The whole
Mike.
thing's a blooper reel. But I will say, as crazy, as terrible as the video is probably going to portray it, like those snack sticks were bomb. Like
Yeah, they're
they
good.
turned out really great.
And if nothing else, I feel like people can learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
On a lot of things.
Hopefully,
So,
they see that and they're like, "Oh, "Don't do that."
I honestly, you are a $30 jerky gun away from making your own snack sticks.
Yeah,
Go buy some ground beef. You don't have to grind anything.
that's true. You wouldn't have to mix it if you just got ground beef already ground, huh?
Yeah, ground beef.
Yeah.
The cheese is totally optional. You've got the seasonings that you need in your cupboard. You may need prog powder,
Oh yeah,
which is Instacure, but you can get that at Sportsman's for like $2. So,
it's crazy to me that makes it shelf stable. Like I feel like we had 10 pounds of meat and we put in a couple tablespoons of that and mixed it in and then smoked it for days.
well, we didn't talk about this, and I don't know that I noticed it on the bag that we used. The first time I bought prog powder, it came with like a big warning sticker on it, like do not use as regular table salt because it's like basically straight nitrates.
Oh really?
Like if you eat a tablespoon of that stuff, like you're going to the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, it'll
huh?
mess you up pretty fast. So,
Well, it's delicious. So give it a watch. Get excited. Set your calendar. So it'll come out next Thursday.
yep, next Thursday.
So
I'm going to need that long just to edit it.
man. Oh boy.
All right. Well, we didn't really talk about that many cooks, but we've had some fun, and I think everyone knows what's coming.
Yeah.
Let us know if you think we should fabricate a grill. Are you interested in that? Do you want to see how to build a
Yeah.
grill?
Would that even be interesting, or do you not even care? Would you rather see two guys that have little to no fabrication experience just
I've been
sending it on a
rednecking
grill?
stuff for a long time.
Well, I mean, me too, but I guess YouTube worthy stuff. I don't know.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, let us know.
Yeah. And if we don't do... So this would be like a big charcoal grill. Mm-hmm. Would you rather see ugly drums?
Oh, I do love me some ugly drums.
Yeah,
And I'm in
'cause
need
we
of
could-
a new one.
Yeah, we could build some ugly drums.
Yeah. We'd always be down for ugly drums.
All right. Until next time, I'm John.
I'm Mike.
We're Fat Guys with Smokers. Thanks for listening to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't forget to tune in for even more nonsense from a couple of Fat Guys with Smokers.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.